What's going on, you guys? Welcome to my survival series. Yes, we're finally getting started on that. A series that was a special request from a viewer of mine. They enjoy the longer format, and for them, 30 videos isn't enough. They want to see how far I can push my survivors before they're all dead. I've been trying to find a good seed to no avail. And I'm hoping that this seed that I just looked up online might be a good option. Now, it's called Dragonfly. They say that this seed is known for being exceptionally flat and having an almost entirely open map with 100% fertile soil, making it excellent for farming and large base designs. So, let's find out. As for my survivors, I will be bringing Katina, I'll be bringing Sam, I will be bringing Ken, and Rita. Let's get into it. Come on, give me a big open area. If it's by the coast, even better, because I would love to have a lakeside home, a big flat area. Fingers crossed you guys. Come on, give me an excellent location. Uh, where is this area that they're talking about? Down here? Maybe down here? I might be able to do something with this. I can do something down here. Okay. Any bugs along the way? It's a long walk, though. It's a very long walk. This spot's not too bad if this wasn't here. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about here, you guys. This wouldn't be a bad spot. Get our own personal lake back here. But I have a feeling that this location right over here is going to be the better spot. Get the house built up like right up against the water. How would I do the base design now? Not gonna lie, I kind of like the area that I had for the Saltu, or for the desert map, the last run. The last two runs. The desert just seems to have better viable options for defenses. This one doesn't seem to be all that great with all the seeds that I've been looking up. I think I'm just gonna, try a random seed. New game, region, Saltu, remove bridge, and let me grab my survivors, and let's see how we fare with just a random seed. How are you gonna treat me? It's not gonna treat me well. Very densely forested, very hilly. Alright, let me try this last seed. This will be my last hope. And this one better not lie to me. This seed provides a large flat area near the landing site with plenty of space for your colony and extensive farms. So it's supposed to have a big area. And I'm not holding my breath. But the name of it does sound like it's gonna be paying me out. Blue Bayou. just the name, kind of has a nice ring to it. The Blue Bayou. Alright, so one final time. Come on. Give me a decent area to build upon. I'm gonna have to go back to what we got. Plenty of water all over the place. But, doable. And I can use this right here for my house. And then I just have my phone. Blue Bayou. I think I found home. Alright, you guys, we're gonna run it on Blue Bayou. Oh, there's plenty of room everywhere for lots of stuff if I need it. Okay. Let's get into this. So first things first, go ahead and pause the game. Go over to Manage, and let's hit Activities. First and foremost, there's that, and then need to have construction going. Hunting will be a 1. Harvest. Cutting. Remove Rita from that. Let's just do it this way, make it quick. Planting. That's a 1. Who's going to be planting? I want her to be the cook. No. I want her to be the cook. So plant after you cook. No. Yeah, plant after you cook. You do that. And that means I can do the 2 on this. Ranching will always be a 1. That's always going to be a 1. That can be a 2. That can be a 2. And that's going to have to be a 1. That's going to have to be a 2. That can be a 2. And then the rest I'll work later. Okay, so the land seems to be okay when it comes to how flat it is. And there's food right here, right off the get-go. Nice. Yeah, so let's observe a few things. With the local food sources, some trees. Let me see what else. Giant grass. Do I have the red leaf? I do. Okay. Looking through the resources really quickly. So yeah, this is going to be an excellent spot for my base. Let me get a couple things going for Ken. I need to have some stone collected, so let me get that going. And let's hit on pause. Oh, the other thing I forgot to do really quick is we need to deselect raw food and allow them to fight back. And that's going to be for everybody. No raw food, fight back. Now later on I will allow them to eat raw foods once I get some of them, sorted. Gotta have a variety first. Don't need them eating every raw food. Some of these aren't very good for them. So food sources, those go first. I'm also going to need to find hay. So that's what? Giant grass? That's hay. Never mind, I'm going to need to find sticks. No, that's hay as well. Where's the sticks at? Where's the bushes at? Come on. Give me some bushes. Are there any bushes here? Or is it these? It's just those? You'd think they'd have some sort of other bush type. Yeah, what's going on here? I thought the other map that I was on had bushes that had sticks on them. And I have an abundance of wood, so I don't think sticks are really going to be a problem. And I do have these. The purple leaf. So, I think we'll be fine. As for the base. Shelter. Oh, the base is oriented that way? Ooh, that's going to make things a little more confusing for me. I guess let me just put it over here. And then once I get a little bit further in, a better understanding of the layout, I can build stuff. Now put it over here to the left, because I probably want to put my house properly, like here, or even pushed up a little bit further here, so I can have a section back here for the animals. And we'll see how it all plays out. Alright, next, sleeping spots for all my people. Now we only have 4 survivors at the moment, but I do want to have a total of, I'm hoping for a total of 8. And then the next thing I need to build is a bench. And there we go. Where's Ken? Is he doing some salvage? He's doing some salvage. Very nice. Alright, after that is complete, go to storage. I need a singular storage rack. And then I need a stockpile. Several of these. Just to hold our initial resources. There. And just something that's going to be able to hold our initial stockpile so we can get it off the floor. Well, majority of it off the floor. So I do not want raw foods or cooked foods down here, and I do not want medicines down there either. Or other. Same with this one. No raw food, no cooked food, no medicine, no other. Then up here, it's just going to be the raw food, cooked meals, medicine, and other, as the rest of it's going to be on these stockpiles. Alright, purple leaf cloth. Okay, let me take a look at my farming. Blades and grasses just have that purple leaf. Still have a variety of things to gather over here. Salvage this. Did I already discover this? Nope, that's being observed. Squash like plant. Alright, so there's some building going on, some observations going on, which is perfect. That's what I need to be happening. I think the biggest thing is trying to figure out how I'm going to go about designing this base. I might pull it forward. That way I don't have any kind of building restraints like over here. And then it would be oriented like that. So something like in here. Or I could put the house like right up here. We'll see. I've got a lot of different buildings that I'm going to play around with in my head here. Hopefully one of them will come out the way I want it to. And why couldn't it just be angled like that? just a smidge over. That would have been perfect. Yeah, I guess too much to ask for. Alright, so tea boiling already. That was fast. Alright, research. I need fuel and I need metal. Alright, so metals first. And now that we have the work schedule set up, not really the work schedule, but the job allocation, it's time to get their sleep schedule set up. So that's a total of 7 hours. I don't know if I want to give them 7 or 8. 7 should be enough, I'm thinking. So, relax, and relax, and relax. Anything, and anything. Gives them a 5-hour schedule in the morning with a 2-hour break. You know, get them woken up a little bit, get the initial task going, and then we got that longer 6-hour shift in the afternoon to night. So there we go. That's a decent schedule. At least if you're trying to survive. Honestly, there's very minimal amounts of time for sleep when you're trying to survive. Let me see what we have for breakthroughs. Sleep training, printed components, improved solar cell, and the balloon optimization. Massive. That not so much. I can find those during select missions, but this and that and this and even this is kind of useful. The weapons and the armor, I'll find those later on. But that's nice. Let's get the basic construction going so I can at least get a wooden house built. And then once we get better resources, we can upgrade said house. As for another research, I'm going to need the spaceship deconstruction, I'm going to need tailoring, and I'm going to need fortifications. I need the deconstruction so we can get rid of this monstrosity. I've kind of got an idea of what I want to do. Okay, so hear me out, you guys. It's going to be 2 buildings meshed into one, right? Ooh, and we got the gasoline. Nice. So it's going to be 2 buildings meshed into one. And what I mean by that is it's going to more or less be a mirrored image. All right, so it's going to have a central opening where I can put like my dogs or whatever. I'm going to have a big central opening for the dogs, and then it's going to have a structure built around the dogs. That's going to have my crafting, my storage, my housing. So one side's going to be housing, the other side's going to be storage. On top of that's going to be, the crafting. There's going to be tons of storage, tons of everything, as this is going to be a massive compound. It's going to be a survival series, so I'm going to make this as big as I can, waste as much resources as I can, go all out, and try and come up with some crazy building designs. So that's what I have in store for you guys with this series. I'm trying to figure out how I want to place the house. So I want to have it open this way. No, I want to have it open towards this way. Man, if only all of this wasn't here, but at the same time, that's a decent energy crystals. Yes! I don't have to go find those. Yeah, not a bad spot altogether, honestly. If I wanted to, I could push up to the lake. It's not too far of a walk. But, yeah, there's just not enough room for everything that I have planned for down here. I mean, it'd be nice, but yeah, it's just not going to work out. Let me take a look over here. Yeah, again, it's not going to work out. Now, all of this I wouldn't mind using it. The water, I don't know how to drain it. But I do have a decent spot right here. Huge, huge spot right here. I'm going to utilize every last bit of it. Just trying to think on what I want to do. Oh, I also need to try and get myself accustomed to the correct orientation of the camera with the grid square. It should be right about here. Nice, we need some sticks. Go ahead and cut those down. I wonder, is there a weapon nearby? Ooh, gimme. And where is Samantha? Samantha's another good combat. And then I'll give Katina the laser pike. And there we go. All but one person outfitted with a weapon. Sorry, Rita. Transporting, oh, she's transporting stone, not bricks. Okay. So my builder isn't building because she has tailoring and she has wooden constructions after the spaceship deconstructions. So I'm gonna go ahead and deactivate the rest of that. I'm trying to think of the best way to get my power and to get my my everything, more or less. Get the structure going. Okay, so I'm probably gonna put it right here. There's a ton of stuff in the way. What's the elevation? The elevation's about the same. So honestly, I might just put the house back here. Which, this needs to go first then. Alright, so housing. Let's go to floor. Guess I can make it out of stone. It won't get built very quickly. Let me see here. Alright, so I'm going to need to further increase it this direction by a total of 10 tiles. I'm going to do the same over here. And by 16. What'll happen? Why'd it go up in size? Let's try that again. Seriously? Ruined because of this one over here. So I guess I probably should have started one higher. Okay. so that's going to be the opening section. And then we have a 16 by 16 and a 10 by 16. And the same thing on this side. A 16 by 16. And then a 10 by 16. Okay. And let's see here. So that could be like the housing. And then if I do, let me see here, what would the size be on the interior? I mean, that's a decent size for, animals. Okay, let's just do it again. Another 16 by 16. This place ain't never getting finished. Yeah, it's never gonna get finished. Max size? Seriously? This structure cannot exceed this size. I mean, that's an okay size for the dogs, I would think. Yep. Alright, so I'm only going to worry about the housing for right now. We'll build parts of it as we need it. And keep in mind, if I'm not happy with something, I can always build up if I need more space. Well, sorry, that was the wrong thing to say. If I run out of space, not if I'm not happy with something. If I run out of space, I can always go up. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know why I said what I said. I really have no idea. Okay, and then one final, boom. And there we are. Honestly, I don't like the way it looks in the front. I wouldn't mind it coming up a little bit more. Once this gets removed, I can probably do that. Alright, let's just build one bedroom for now. I don't need to build them all. See, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the first 5, so 6 and 7. Okay, so walls. Stone walls to start off with. So maybe like a little 15 by 10. something like that for the first initial room. And this will give me a little bit of room right here, maybe to put some leisure activities. Yeah, making a big old donut. Obtaining sticks. Yes, I'm aware. If somebody would go and cut, I would have my sticks. Let's go with a stone fire. Alright, and this can be removed now. Don't worry about that. We can work on that another time. That's just massive. Ken's trying to get it done. Katina's still idling. I'm not worried about Katina idling so much. Insufficient materials, buy a little bit of sticks, a lot of stone. And here we go for our first aggressive animals. And I don't have any kind of traps in place. There's only 17 of them though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let me see if I can give them all a mixture of the armor. Ooh, laser pistol. Nice. Well, we're about to get attacked, so let's see, we're on day 5 already. Nice. Okay, so get ready to draft them up. We're going to get attacked here any moment now. Bring them out here in front of the house. And hit fast forward as I don't know which direction I'm being attacked from. Being attacked from the rear. Okay, so let's maneuver them over here so they can actually see where they're shooting. Lure these things in, kill them off one at a time. Oh, they're on us. I don't have any bandages for that bleed. A controller. Alright, 4 injuries. I have the cloth, but I don't have the bandages. Oh, never mind. I have first aid kits. Thank God. So we're going to need that, gonna need this, gonna need that, then gonna need this, then gonna need this. Okay. And there we are. So far, so good. Nothing I can't handle. As for a base, like the base defenses, it's going to be a little bit more resource intensive than my last bases, which I'm not looking forward to that part. But as you guys can see, there's a plethora of wood around me, so needing wood, not going to be a problem. There's trees on trees on trees. There's everything's made out of wood here. Unlike the desert. God, the desert's so rough. but some of it can be fun. New resource. I already got a CPU core. That's nice. Definitely going to need to work on the interior storage here soon. And I need stone, so let's harvest up some. Mine that all out. There's a ton of stone around the base as well. Blade grass. Observe that. Why not? And mine up these rock chunks. Alright, so I'm going to put my hot air balloon right over here for now. I am going to grab Samantha, and I'm going to have her cut the purple leaves so that I can finally get some more sticks again. Food variety. Oh yes, okay, so Rita, construct that fire pit so I can get some food going. What does it look like I can build? Or I can't really make anything right now. So, let's get this harvested. Looks like this is about ready to go. And just need the sticks now. Need the sticks for this as well. So we're about to hit day 7. If I can get this hot air balloon built today, we'll be good to go. Hopefully get some survivors up in this camp. Alright, Ken, come here, buddy. Construct that hot air balloon. I know you're tired. My apologies, but this needs to get built. The faster I get this built, the faster that I can find survivors. Faster that I can get these missions going. Some of them are very beneficial. They can get me resources. Some of them will unlock research. For anybody that doesn't know anything about this game. For those of you that have been around the channel for a little bit and have been watching this, you know exactly what this game entails. You know the steps that I like to take. Although the steps that I like to take that you guys have observed, God, I can't speak. It's a little bit more fast-paced. And I want to try and take my time, actually get everything built as I get it researched, instead of just smashing through all my research and having all these things available and then doing nothing with them. So Rita, never mind. What you can do for me is construct that. And then Katina, you, never mind. I'm missing stone. Alright, so my miner is researching, but she's working on the electrical grid. I don't think I need any of these other things right now. Some of them would be useful, not gonna lie, but I can do without some of it. Alright, now Sam needs to go and do some mining. Brag about their battle scars. Nice. Good for you, Ken. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm going to expand the front of this base. I don't need a tutorial on how to do that stuff, thank you very much. But as for my living quarters, the floor, stone, let's grab this and make it a little bit larger. There we go. I'm gonna go with something like that. And that'll be the entryway, actually. Yeah. It's a lot better. Okay, so. Let's get the entryway built. Get the door slapped on there. Let's just go for some wood ones right now. Second one there. And I'm putting 2 doors so that they're not getting in each other's way. So yeah, this side over here is going to be completely living quarters. There's also going to be this entryway right here, which I can use as one of the main sources of staircases. It's going to be my main way of getting up and down the base. I'm also going to have another one right about back here, potentially. I might just leave it here. But right here, there's going to be a little walkway through, and right here, a little walkway through, so that the dogs living on the inside can, get out if they want to. They could also get in. That's a little tricky to build, but I do know a method to get it done, to where it'll create a little hallway that'll just cut right through the base. It's gonna look pretty cool. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit, you guys. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit. God, what is going on with my voice? Okay, well, you'll see what's going on in a little bit. Just not get my words out today. 8 on foot, that's right. That's another thing I need to do. What am I missing? I'm missing stone. Ken's cutting. Rita is on a walk. No, Rita, you're gonna go do some mining. And bring that back. And then the second it touches that, I'm crafting this. I need some food. There we go. And so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab Katina. Activate this. Go over here, hit that, grab Ken. Expedition, then smoke, send Ken. And hopefully, since we just got attacked, we won't have to worry about any, since they just got attacked, I won't have to worry about any bugs invading the camp. So hopefully, this thin smoke one, since I'm just jumping on it now, the survivor will still be alive. I mean, it's only day 9, so if they had some food, they could still technically be alive. If they didn't have any food, they're dead. And they did get attacked. Probably like my survivors got attacked. But I'm really hoping for that 5th survivor. I'm really hoping for it. Ideally, I want to have 8 survivors on this run. It would be great if I had that. I would have it. I don't know. Words fail me right now. Words fail me all the time. Gotta love my brain. I really don't, though. Alright, so we're about to hit day 10. Thin smoke is completed. Come on, give me a survivor. Please get me a survivor. Shout, maybe they'll hear me. I hope they do. I hope they yell back, and then I go and assist them, and then I bring them back, and I hopefully it's somebody useful. Simon. Welcome to the camp. Welcome, Simon. Oh yeah, what did Simon do? I forget. Simon, I thought was kind of useful. What did Simon specialize in? So he doesn't really do construction, which is why I didn't want to have his character. But he's interested in the crafting. Cool. And he's got decent intellect. Well, when he gets back, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with him. But let's go ahead and deactivate research. If he's interested in the crafting, yeah, he can be my crafter first and foremost. Or secondary, as I want him mining and cutting. He's indifferent, but I'm still gonna... Oh, he can't construct, so never mind. There. He's gonna be my woodcutter, my miner, my hunter. Even though his hunting skill is low, never mind. He's gonna be my miner, my cutter, and my crafter. This can be his job. Mining, cutting, crafting. Which means I can then free up Ken from having to cut or mine. And then Simon can take care of that. And while that's all going on, I can take a look at my researches. Let's see here. So in order to get... Oh, never mind. I can already do automated turrets. Get automated turrets. That was what I needed. I needed my turrets. And after the turrets comes the flat cannon. So honestly, since I already have access to that, that's a long research. So I'm gonna hold off. I need something a little more useful. Balloon optimization is 3 days, but it'll reduce the amount of fuel that I use. So that right there, that's gonna be my go-to. And then some do I want to do the animal taming this early on? I don't even have a means to feed my survivors yet, let alone animals. So I think I'm gonna hold off until about year 3 to take care of any creatures. Let me see, the last thing I have to do, there's a couple things I actually have to do. The first one is adding some of these. Let's go to each of the corners, throw one down, figure out whereabouts I'm putting this one. So like right about here, I'm thinking, yeah, something like that. And then over here, same thing. I need to find the middle point, which I think is right here. And then same thing over on this side. I think the middle point is something like there. And then you can see we do have a little bit of an interior problem, so each of the corners is going to receive another one. And that's the entire base completely surrounded and protected by the electrical. The next thing I'm going to do is going to set up the power poles. Now I'm just setting them up, I'm not connecting them quite yet. There's no need for us to have power yet. But I do want to have it there for when I want to get it all set up and going. So as you can see, I'm putting one pole directly next to each of these. That'll allow the power to get pulled into the power system. When a bolt of lightning hits, it'll draw the power into the system and feed it into the battery banks once they get placed. And do the same thing in this area. Honestly, I think we can waste the power on this side. I don't want to use up too much of the space for the dogs. Yeah, I don't want to do too much with that. I want to save some of the room for the animals to get in and out. So it does look off, you guys. I did go off center with the placement, but it's still centered in the way the base is. This part, we did extend it a little bit right here, which threw off where center of this is, which this is over by 1, which that's what I want. I want to have a slightly open area for the dogs to walk through all the way down, which I think okay, I also left it open on this side as well. Okay, cool, it's all the same. So I'm going to leave the interior of this open, and then I'm going to figure out how far I can pull the power. How many spaces is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the interior. Okay, so one here, and then the same thing over on this side. Run it until it no longer goes. Oh, it's the low food, that's right. Okay, so cook recipes, veggie soup until 5. Sweet soup until 5. It's because there's no good food source. But now we have some crafting going on of the food, so it shouldn't kill us. We'll have something going. But Simon's going to keep cutting until the area is secure. We'll be finally moving onward. Let me observe this tropical tree. Do I have the dandelion as well? Let me harvest both of those. Risk a meltdown. I think now that we're getting some food. Oh, that's the other thing I need. Sorry, I'm messing up here. I need to add in a table, a large table, a large wooden table because I don't have any other resource. Put it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm leaving it open just in case I want to add another one. I'll have the room too. You know, day 8 we already kind of had Simon, so. Alright, and if I continue talking, I'm going to completely forget that I'm out of time. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm almost dying as I trip over stuff. Don't do that. Don't die tripping over stuff. But hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys.